Hello, everyone. Greetings, and I hope this time finds you well and abundant. I wanted to talk to all of you a little bit about um, Hecate's necromantic empowerments, as well as the third eye opening that you will get from the affiliated dark spirits. Now, um, let's begin with the third eye opening first. Basically, when you engage with the dark spirits and you seek transformation, and we've spoken about these factors many times before, you have basically given yourself to the energies of that particular spirit, and you've put yourself within that spirit's current, and you've initiated into it. So what happens is, regularly in time, as time goes and as your practice progresses, that particular spirit, or multiple ones, will be coming over and over and over to you for the for the duration, of your lifetime. If it's a path work in which you have initiated into, okay, there are different kinds of work, of course. Now, a path working usually lasts for the duration of your lifetime, which means that these particular spirits and others alike will keep coming in and out and transforming you. Same goes for familiars that serve under these spirits. Now, your third eye opening will never, of course, be a once and off thing. It will take years and years of repetition and years of hard work. But the way this works, when you ask the spirit to directly open your senses, your chakras, your third eyes, via its own action. Okay, we're not talking about channeling a specific sigil or channeling a specific meditation, which of course will help. All of these things are extremely great keys to unlock specific aspects of your biological functions first, and then your psychological functions, which is basically what alchemy is. It's more of a psychological factor than anything, which enables the alchemy, of course, to come forth and take place. Um, Basically, what happens is when you seek the actions of the spirit to take place directly within thee, the spirit will be invoked, and it will keep coming and coming, regularly at different times when it sees fit. And what's going to happen is it will enter within the brain as you have invoked. You will feel it there. And what happens is it will find specific parts of the brain which it should unlock. Okay? And what it is going to do is it will go there and it will push its energy into the particular cellular part of the brain in order to affect it. So what's gonna happen is you will literally start feeling tremendous pressure within your brain. A pressure which of course will not be pleasant in any way, shape or form. This will be the kind of pressure we're talking about. It will feel exactly like someone is squeezing your brain from within. You will literally almost feel like an energy forcefully going, and there will be tremendous pressure upon the brain, all of which will be unpleasant. Some may experience migraines, which will be severe. Others may experience what is extremely common as a nosebleed, nasal hemorrhage, basically. When this happens, of course, is due to the pressure which is applied in the brain. Now, this is normal because these are severely heavy energies being applied upon the brain. So, there will be side effects, of course. Everything comes with a small price to pay. Just like physical exercise upon the body shall empower it in due time. But in the meantime, as the process is ongoing, then it's going to be painful, of course. So, empowerment never comes at the price of comfort. It always comes at the price of being uncomfortable and at the price of pain. And of course, the hemorrhage which is to follow is a side effect. At the same time, this side effect will act as an offering to that spirit as well, because nothing comes for free. As I said, everything comes with a little price. Price which shall be paid from you, both in being uncomfortable and having the side effect, and as well as experiencing some nasal hemorrhage. We're not talking about severe amounts, of course. It's just going to be a little bit uncomfortable. In due time, you will get used to it. And it's not going to be anything severe when it happens, literally. Like, the beginning, every beginning is a difficult one. Only the beginning is going to be a little bit rough. But later, it's nothing. And as time passes by, of course, the amount of pain and pressure will dissipate. You will not feel as much. It's always beginners that usually tend to feel these transformations the most. Now, that is pretty much. Oh yeah, and of course you will see the side effects in your development. Your senses are going to skyrocket within the next 2-3 days after these operations have taken place, of course. Now, going back to the necromantic empowerment of Hecate. Basically, there is a part of the necromantic path that you may undergo with her, which is going to be a little bit more severe than the others. It is a path working which severely attunes you to chthonic energies, okay? What do we mean chthonic? Chthonic basically is the aspect of the underworld, the one that rules over the death energies. Now, most people, from what she has said herself, who think or claim to be working with this aspect, actually aren't. Very little is known about the chthonic aspect of Hecate, and it is yet to be discovered. I am trying to go as deep as possible at this moment and trying to learn as much as possible when it comes to this aspect in order to discover as much as possible. Not only that aspect, but all her other aspects, as we've said before. Each and every of the ancient names that are given to this particular spirit is an aspect of hers. Okay? Like, for example, the one I've recently spoken about, Lampadia, the torch bringer. This is the aspect which brings the green light torch energy. The torch might change colors according to the energies which you need when you come in contact with this aspect, of course. For me, basically, it is more green. Basically, it's more of an indication of some groundwork which needs to be done. You, for example, if you need more work upon divinatory abilities, you might see it as purple. So the colors will be different when you connect with this aspect. Don't be alarmed. It doesn't mean you connected with something else or that you made a mistake. It's just how it appears to you. It's going to appear in different ways to everyone, and nothing is going to be the same. All of these paths are extremely personalized. So the chthonic aspect basically is responsible for attuning one to the necromantic energies, which are basically death energies. Now, the thing with these energies is, um, they call them death energies for a reason. They are not normally supposed to come in contact with the living human beings, and they, of course, can be unhealthy, which means in order for you to attune to the necromantic energies of Hecate, what's going to happen is she will literally work from within after being invoked, and she will infuse you, mostly around the heart chakra and in the lungs, with this energy, which is green energy. And what happens is, if you can go into your own little astral mode, you will be able to see your astral double being transformed and having this green energy into its chest area. And then you will see that you're going to your double is going to basically have a specific green gas energy coming out of its mouth, which of course is symbolic that the spirit is showing that you have been given these particular energies to wield. Now, this can also be helpful in banful work, of course, because you may go into your invocation and you will channel the necromantic language towards the target. You can do it very easily via this particular necromantic toxic breath thing. You literally channel the necromantic language, and this energy is going to go into the target of wherever it is that you targeted. It is extremely effective, and and works fast. This particular operation is actually one of the fastest and most effective I have personally not only performed but witnessed at work, without too much preparation or time, which is to be consumed, like candles or sigils and stuff like that, what have you. It just works straight away. The side effect of this is going to be, unfortunately, that you will be affected in the time that this transformation takes place. Basically meaning you will get sick. You will be sick. At what scale? We're not talking about you will be hospitalized, and we're not talking about you will end up with a real deadly infection, or you will have to be medicated or something like this. We're talking about, well, symptoms will differ to anyone. We're talking about might have mild weakness, trouble concentrating, a little bit of sweating, some insomnia, or on the contrary, extended sleeping patterns. Or you may end up with a cough, as you see. Which is unexplained. These coughs will actually be present when the spirit actually comes to perform these transformations. It's not going to be an all-day thing. It's severe in the beginning, but then it goes down and it literally just dies off and comes usually at particular times at night. But that's the only way, basically, to attune to this chthonic aspect. It's rather unpleasant, of course. But they call it chthonic for a reason. Yet again, the transformation, which is to come from both of these ends, is tremendous. We are talking about severe necromantic attunement. We are talking about severe divinatory and psychic abilities. Everything is going to skyrocket. Invocation, channelings, you name it, visions, anything you can possibly imagine, dream work, astral projections, everything will be severely skyrocketed within the space of 2 to 3 weeks. Which is, of course, considering the fact that people need to spend years to open properly, like to a proper extent, only one of their chakras. This basically means that you are boosted heavily. extremely fast. 3 weeks is not a time that you should be considering much about, for example, okay? Don't think that 3 weeks is a long time. It's not a long time at all. It's actually extremely fast to be able to gain these transformations. So that's basically the truth about these transformations and their operations and how they work, without any without romanticizing the process and making it seem like it's effortless. None of this is effortless, of course. But there are great benefits to be found within these operations. It's just that the time which will it's just that they will require time invested, and of course there will be some small side effects. But other than that, that is it. If you are a relatively healthy individual, it's not something that anybody should consider, should worry about. But of course, as I always say, if there are some other health complications, you shouldn't be going anywhere near these operations or any kind of dark working at all to begin with. Let it be a physical issue or a mental one. I always say that people who are not 100% able and healthy should not be dealing with these things at the heaviest part, okay? Because your side effects may go worse. Your condition, may increase due to these transformations, because these are dark transformations, and dark transformations are unpleasant, as we said. So they will always take their toll one way or another. It's just that when you're a healthy individual, the toll won't be anything that you would consider, as something. It's literally like my little cough. It comes and goes, and that's it. Okay? But if I had asthma, for example, then this would take me to a whole new level. So that's basically what I'm trying to explain here. So that would be all when it comes to these two aspects that we had to talk about. I really, really hope this helps for you to understand a few things. If you are relatively medium, new, or advanced when it comes to these operations, hopefully you learned something here today and it will help your further development. Wishing you all a great night and rise and conquer.